Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the group exhibit. I'd welcome everyone to grab a drink, sit down, because we're about to speak to H2 Home, the head of sales, Mr. Mauro Gregori, and Roberto Cremonese, who's the CEO of the company. So please welcome them on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello to everybody.
So we're here to talk about H2 Home, and could you tell us a little bit about the concept of H2 Home and what inspired you to create a solution targeted at homes and domestic use?
Yes, of course. Now first I want to say that CTS Energy is a new company. We started in May the last year, but it's a combination, a fusion from the CTS. There's a company that make this ultralight cylinder, and the older company was the Tube and U company, was my company. So we make together the CTS Energy company. What we think is that we want to push this technology that you know very well. The technology is ready, and we want to push it not only in the industrial, on the big application, but we want to make something for the house, for everybody, maybe for the future, for each one of everybody. So we think to make a system, full, complete systems, plug-in, so you can plug in your house, and this system can guarantee that all the renewable energy that you have on your roof and on your house can be used in your house. You don't have to go to sell it, give it back to the grid, or throw it away. We storage what you don't use at the moment for the renewable energy, and then we give it back when the house needs it. This is the goal that we want to make with this kind of appliance.
Okay, so in terms of this goal and you trying to create this appliance, what are the steps that you need to take to achieve a sellable product, and what are the stages that you have to go through?
Yeah, so the idea is to be able to reach every customer, so the target is the domestic target. In order to reach potentially this market, we need, of course, to be competitive in terms of price. And to be too competitive in terms of price, we need to reach a big amount of volume of production in order to decrease with the economy scale of production the price that we will put the product into the market. So the main idea is that CTS wants to give the possibility to everyone to reach their own production of energy, their own storage of energy in their own houses.
Okay, and so when I visited their booth, and I recommend everyone go there, you have 7 different product lines. Can you tell us a bit more about your products and what each one does and what was designed?
Yeah, the technology of the product was thinking to be completely automatically, so the customer have to do nothing. That was the technology development that we made inside our product. So the customer don't have to put water inside the electrolyzer. We don't use a special kind of water. The fuel cells start and stop automatically. And we have a program inside the managed system, electronic managed system, that manage the 3 energy that power the house. The renewable energy, the hydrogen energy. If we don't have renewable, if we don't have hydrogen, the grid power. This will be do it all in automatic. That was one of the big issue in the beginning, because we don't want that to give to the customer many problem to manage the systems. Have to be automatically and very simple. We decided to make the 7 kind of type of product.
Sizes?
The sizes. Okay, you can explain the different sizes?
Yes, the different sizes are based on the size of the PV plant. So mainly we start with the PV plant. Technically, you can use the same system also with other input power from, for example, windmills or hydraulic generators. The power of PV plants that normally you can find in home applications goes from 1.5 to kilowatt up to 10 kilowatt more or less. So we sized our machine for in 7 different sizes in order to cover the overall range, with an output power that goes from 0.5 kilowatt up to 5 kilowatt maximum.
So important to say that this is not off-grid systems. We made in the past off-grid system. We made several of this kind of system. That's 3 years that it's running around the world. But this is what we call a hybrid system. That's why, because we want to find the good level from performance and prices. So we can make an off-grid system but cost a lot. Yep. So in this way, we think that we are in the right way for have a good cost for the normal customer in the market, for the domestic appliance.
Yeah, but you still are trying to give the customer as much independence as they can get with the automated management system, and also with just the use of hydrogen instead of...
Right, independency, however, without being detached to the net. We mean that the technology technically can let you be totally disconnected in terms of what you withdraw from the net, but according to what is the need of the house, sometimes you could have the need to withdraw electrical energy from the electrical net. So the idea it is depending on the application or what the owner of the house wants to store. You can simply supply partially energy from hydrogen, or ask the hydrogen system to cover the complete need of the house.
Okay, so there's always a backup.
There's a backup system with self-production of energy from self-production of hydrogen produced directly from PV power plants.
Okay. So in terms of the solution, since we have 7 products, how big is it, and how easy is it to install in your home?
Well, we made only one size in order to get it standardized, in order to reach the scale economy, as we said before. So the size is a machine that's 2 meters tall and 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters wide and large. And it fits internally a small room where inside it will have only this machine, and outside we are placing the hydrogen tank.
300-liter tank.
Yeah, it will be a 300-liter tank at 30 bar pressure.
Okay, so then say I'm convinced, I want to buy this. How much is it going to cost me? First up, upfront investment cost, plus what are the maintenance costs as we go ahead?
The cost for you is
it's free?
It's free, of course. No, the cost can depend of the site, but can go from the smallest one at 13,000 euro. The biggest one can go at 45,000 euros with 5 kilowatt output power. In the middle, we have different types of sites in this middle. Of course, more we produce, more we sell, more the price will go down. We make some projection that in the next 2 or 3 years, if we arrive to build 1,000 system in 1 year, we can fall down the price at 50%.
Okay. And then the maintenance costs that are involved?
The maintenance cost is very, very low because the system is, as you know, it's electrolyzer and stack. The membrane of the electrolyzer and the membrane of the stack only have to be changed after 6,000 or 8,000 hours. Okay. Otherwise, all the other part are electronic components, so the maintenance is very low. The machine is always connect with our website, so we can check the machine day by day, hour by hour. We can have alarm, and so the
Performances also?
Yeah, and all this information, we have it online very often. So the customer have to do nothing.
Yeah. So the customer does do one thing, they save some costs. Have you estimated how much they would save by switching?
We have estimated an average, depending on the size of the plant. With an average size of PV plant, we are able to make customers save the initial investment within the first 8-10 years, about not purchasing the electricity from the net. So that's the solution.
Okay, and just before I go ahead, if anyone has any questions, please put your hand up and I'll come right out to you and you can ask the questions. Would you like to add something?
Yeah, of course, we are able to make the custom systems as well, like everything, but we are focused and we want to promote very hard one kind of product just for reduce the price for the future.
Okay.
But you can see us in our booth, the machine is there. We
B59.
B59.
Please come to visit us.
And Mauro, you mentioned that the entire thinking behind this was the concept to not give away energy, for the customer to not give away and store it and use it later. Could you explain a little bit about that and why that was the motivation to create the system?
Right. If you look at the PV market in the past, it was supplied with a lot of investments by the government. Now we know all the story about PV installations, and the future of PV goes with a self-production and a self-management of the plant. Today, someone who wants to build a PV plant will make a calculation for what is its production of power. But some of the power, roughly, we are expecting 40 to 60% of the power that the PV plant produces gets directly to the electrical net. The future will be that the electrical net will not pay anymore. Now it's already paying very low. And when the electrical net, we don't give names, but the electrical net, when they give electricity, they ask you up to 27 cents per kilowatt hour. When they purchase electricity, they purchase up to 5 cents kilowatt hour. So in this difference, there is the business model. Not purchasing energy, but storing its own energy by its own power plant in order to be totally, or trying to be totally green, first of all, and totally independent, if you want, from the electrical grid.
And so we're talking about storage. I see that you've brought a cylinder along with you. It seems really light. And if anyone wants to feel it, please put your hand up. We'll bring it out to you. But it's very compact as well. So every home, the outside solution, which is going to essentially store the excess, they will have a number of these cylinders deployed and installed, or it'll be one large cylinder?
Well, this is an application, a light application. If you mount a system for home, we will not need a light application. You can use a standard technology, steel technology. However, we brought this product here as Roberto was mentioning before. We are also producing composite cylinders, and we were able finally to find a solution to store hydrogen and get the certification for high pressure cylinders with hydrogen. This is mainly for the application of small generators or electrical mobility, those applications where you need lightness and compact energy density systems.
So this must be, is it fairly cost effective to produce in this size, or again, is it a scale thing that the costs will only
It's a
come
scale
down.
thing. However, the company is already producing thousands of these cylinders for other gases, mainly breathing air and other gases. So we have already reached a target, a price target for this technology. Is a composite technology, and now the next step is that you are coming to our booth and you visit us. So we will explain you everything you may need.
Excellent. And speaking of seeing this in action, CTS is also going to be on the technical forum on Wednesday, and they have the coolest looking bike powered by one of these cylinders at their booth. So please go visit it and go to the technical forum and see what the solution can really do.
Yeah, because there we want to launch a new concept of refilling. I know this is not good to talk about that after Linde, but with this kind of cylinder, what we are thinking about for the future is not to refill your small mobility or your car, but change the tank, because it's very light. So you arrive in the place, you pay the tank, change the tank, and you restart. This one, for example, you can store at 300 bar. It's a 2 liter, so you can store 600 normal liter of hydrogen, and the weight is 1 kilogram.
That is a fantastic solution. Well, it looks like we're almost out of time, so I'll take final questions, and if we don't have any, I definitely encourage you to go visit them at their booth and also go check out the technical forum. You will not be disappointed. You should go check out the solution. Thank you so much for coming and speaking with us
Thank
today.
you. It was a pleasure. Thank you for you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.